Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. I am Nate, and this is Peach Domino Paper Crafts. Y'all, I couldn't do that again if I tried. It landed directly on top of my little trash can. Perfect. Okay, so we need to make. Am I upside down? No, that's right side up. We need to make some pockets. That's just very high pocket. Okay. Okay, so I need to make some pockets. I have one on just about every page here. That's not a pocket. That's a waterfall. We're still working on Junetober. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you that. And it has been a month. I realize it's July. I have to finish this, and it will be August before I get done with it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So this is the kit from Lottie's Magic Attic. It's the house on Widow's Cove. And we have some pockets in the front, a waterfall, and a pocket. Or is that a tuck? Oh, it's a pocket with a tuck. And a pocket, and a pocket, and a pocket. And a pocket. Oh my goodness, there's nothing in this pocket. We have to fix this with haste. There has to be something in every pocket. I am insistent that there will be something in every pocket. Out with the scraps. Yes, the scraps. These ones. I have this, which would make it a good journal card, but I need to use up some of my scraps. So that's what I'm gonna do. This is an envelope. And this is okay. Stop looking at everything. I'm gonna use this. We're gonna cut it down. Let's see. Our pocket is roughly 2 inches. I'm gonna do 1.5 inches. I'm gonna cut this down to 1.5 inches on my handy dandy trusty. I don't know if you can tell, but I can't see the line, so we're gonna have to fix that. Excuse me. Reach around you here. Grab my black Sharpie Creative marker. There's 1 inch and 1.5 inches right there. I know that because it goes right there. I'm not as worried about that spot right there, but this spot needs to be marked. Okay. I maybe should have waited. Oh. Forget it. I'll mark it later. Well, I am doing nothing but making this worse. Y'all, I've made a mess. We're not even 4 minutes into the video. I've made a mess. 1.5 inches. Line it up on the 1.5 inch line. Ish, because that one is way out of square. Look this side. 1.5 inches. Cut it. I know y'all just enjoy me talking so much. Oh good, it fits. Now decide how tall I want it. Roughly. So that I can come in here and trim it up. And I think I'm gonna angle it instead of hard angles. I'm gonna grab a circle. It's roughly wide enough. Pull it out to the edge. Grab my pencil. I know this looks like a pen, but it's one of those everlasting pencils. I don't care for them very much, but they do work on some things. Like they're a pencil, they give you a pencil. See? But I don't know, I just prefer sharper tips, I guess. I like it. It's useful. I keep it around. Okay, and all that's going in the trash can as soon as I uncover it. And I want to do my edges. I was not prepared today, can you tell? Corner chunk. My little edges. And for now, I'm just going to put that in. And let's move on. Because every pocket needs some filler. And every filler needs some pocket. Or something like that. How y'all been? I've missed you. Thank you for all who came to my live on Saturday this past week. I'm sorry I didn't get to do it this week, or I won't get to do it this week. I'll be out of town, but we'll pick that up again next week. In the meantime, I'm filming today. It's going to be late getting out. It's already 1 o'clock. But I'll have this put out as soon as possible. What did I do? Oh, I did a tuck. That's why. Okay. Was it supposed to be a tuck? I don't know, but it is a tuck, so that's what we get. Okay, so let's start here. We need a pocket. And we don't have any pockets. So let's make a pocket. We'll start, I'd be awful small, by cutting this down right about here. Okay. And then get a circle punch of a decent size. Flop that. Okay. Now let's get a couple more things going on. These are okay. Okay. Let's take and set that aside for a second and take this and go right towards the middle here. We're going to do some cutting. We're going to line this up across the bottom, but I want it in the middle of the blurry bits on the edges. There. And there. That way they're the same size. Okay, we got that. And that's going to be my top. So let's do this one in between. Here. Cut a sliver off. Be careful. And here. Okay. I don't know why I did that. I still need that. Get that sliver out of the way. Now we're going to cut this. About an inch and a half. Alright. Okay. And then this will be my bottom piece. Okay, if I went an inch and a half there, what happens if I go down 3 inches? Not too much. Right there. Okay. Now, to make sure I got all of these, that works. Then we're going to pop them all to the top here. I'm going to try to line this up in the best way I can because I did this wrong. Because I didn't realize I was going to make a stacked pocket until I was already there. That's pretty close. Fell over sideways. Alright. Now I am going to give these just a little bit of a dusting here of ink. Grab my inky thing. And I think I'm going to use speckled egg because it's not extremely vibrant. Just going to go around. When I said not extremely vibrant, I didn't mean it wasn't there. What the heck? Oh, it's there. It's just not transferring to here very well. Start to see it a little now. Oh my goodness. Is anybody working on anything big? Any fun stuff going on? Any junk journal July or Christmas in July or any competitions or not competitions, events, any events that y'all working on? Oh, and I wanted to mention, if you're in my Facebook group, which you should be because that's where I make all my biggest announcements, feel free to drop your creations. I as long as it's related to paper crafting, in some way, paper foam, paper mache balloons, I don't know, but yeah, cards, journals, stuff you make for a craft fair, planners, any of that kind of stuff. Just drop it in. Feel free. I like to see what people create. It's very inspirational to me. And we can all, benefit from a little more inspiration. Please don't think that you don't belong or that your stuff doesn't belong just because it's not a junk journal. And even if it is a junk journal, please post it. I know people are kind of... I don't know, actually, that people are afraid to post things. But, don't be. We're a very welcoming group of people. We like people. So, yeah. Bring yourself, bring your creations, and join us in Facebook. Well, that was hard to get out of there. I bet there's some stuck right there. Yep. Okay. Still, really? Okay, now, that should be better. I got that blob out of the way. And it is not better. Okay, what is going on here? My, where's my other? There it is. Oh, no wonder. If you leave this stuff too long, it dries up in the tube. Then you gotta, just clean it out as best you can. I always forget that, and I end up having to clean it out. But then once I get it cleaned out, it goes well. Okay. And then we put our bottom pocket on. I need to start my Christmas journals. Get them ready so I can do flip throughs and such. Oh. Pardon me, y'all. Being on camera makes me tired. I don't know why. But it does. But it does. But it does. Okay, and number 3. Boom. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and do some more pockets so that can dry before I start sticking things in it. I need some pocket right here, please. And what I think I'm going to do as my pocket right here is take this and fold it in half. And do something interesting. Very, very interesting. I can't remember what that's from or what kind of accent I'm supposed to be recreating with that because I can't remember where it's from. It's just something I've said and the way I've said it most of my life. So if you know, let me know. It's got to be some 70s or 80s TV show. Not necessarily a cartoon. It could be like Hogan's Heroes or something. I don't know. I feel like it's probably something from Hogan's Heroes. But I can't be sure of that. This is the right size. And then we are just gonna take this, place that corner in, decide how tall we want it. And slice. Set that aside. I can use that for another pocket. Some of you, many of you maybe, might know I've been sick for a few days due to medication. But I'm feeling much better. It always happens when I increase my dosage. So please don't be worried and don't think that I'm taking medicines I shouldn't be taking or something. Like I said, it happens every time. We'll use that somewhere else instead. This is going to be more of a folio with pockets, I think. Yeah. I'll take this. Right there. space real good, and there's 2 pockets there. And then I want to do a pocket here. As much as I say this would make a lovely journal card, and it would, I feel like I really want these clouds to be on this pocket. How big is this? That was my little ruler. Here, ruler. That's an odd measurement. Okay. Let's call it 4 3/4. 4 3/4. Okay, let's start by making this 4 3/4. And some of you, if you're like me, will have to fold out a piece off of your doodle-mabop here. Now, I want to even this up as much as possible. So this is 7 1/4. Screw a whole inch off this side. And then just do 1.5 inches over here. 4 and just under. Perfect. And then I'm going to cut this down about right there. Yes. Slop a hole in it. That is nowhere near center, and that's okay. Offset's fine. Okay. You know, I made a book of nothing but pockets one time. You know what I called it? My pocket book. Ha ha ha. Hilarious. Yes, I thought so too. And then I want that to just stay like that. Ooh, you know what I should have done? I should have put magnets. I knew that in the decorating phase. So we're not too. Now, I think instead of a pocket, I'm going to put a belly band here. So, let me see what I have that I can use to make a belly band. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Labels. There's these pockets. Envelopes. There's that. So many things. Okay. These and those and this and that. Even some of the other sometimes. Okay, so this is going to be my main belly band. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue it straight down. No tweaks. No twists. Just glue it to the page because you're not going to see it when I'm done. I'm going to cover it up. And I'm going to start. Y'all going to think I'm crazy with this triangle. Just right here. All up in there. Go right there. Make sure your glue doesn't attach to anything but the belly band. Okay. Look. Give me that. See these little half scraps? They too can get used. You use anything you want. which is why I keep things that other people might not keep. Like, not this. I don't know if you can even see this, but don't keep this. Don't keep that. Bigger pieces, fine. If you're going to use them right then, especially with these type of things. But if you're not going to use these in whatever you're doing right now, throw them away. Bits like this, keep those. We always keep these. Yes. Squash. Squash. Now, in a couple of spots where I didn't plan quite as well as I thought I did, we may have to do a little choppering to make it fit on the page a little better. That happens. Don't worry, it's not going to look like this when I'm done. I'm going to cover it up with some other things too, but I want to use up some of these bits that I do have already scrapified. Pardon me. And it's okay if it sticks out the bottom a little bit. Yep. Okay, what is this? Black. Here's a fancy shape. We'll put this fancy shape right now. I'm just trying new things right now, honestly. I got no clue what I'm actually doing. I'm just trying new things. Set everything else up and the glue fell over. Okay, got a base down. Basically. Kind of a surrealist Art Nouveau. I don't know. I'm just throwing out terms at this point. Just something. Something down. Now let's get ooh. No. I'm gonna have to go back and reprint some things to put over the top of that. So we will come back to this. I haven't gotten around to doing the reprinting. I'm trying to get my base layers down so that I know what I need left. My gosh, that's a lot of brown. We gotta break up this brown, y'all. You know what we're gonna break it up with? This here envelope. Which I should have scored. Instead of just choosing to fold like a lawless heathen. Because, boy, I sure didn't do it right. Okay, so you can probably tell this video might be a little rushed. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get it out before it's too late, you know. I just haven't. But I promise this won't happen as often as it has before. And it won't stay like this for you. Does that make sense? Won't stay like this very long. Let's glue. Let us glue. Oh, I shouldn't say lettuce right now, should I? Don't go to Taco Bell. Don't go to Taco Bell. Yeah, no, it's not funny. And it's not. I mean, it's horrible. Do you know what would never do that to you? I don't have one handy, but soda. Soda would never do that to you. Soda would never give you explosive. No. No. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Let me reach around here and get some more stuff. But I didn't go out because I wasn't prepared. We're going to use Velcro. First, here, to hold you closed. And secondly, here, to hold you on a page. Going this way. And that is all the pages have something. So next phase is decorating, and I definitely need to print some more of the kit. Like, I need to reprint some of the kit. So I think that's all we're going to get to in this video for that. I know, short video today. I'm sorry. I promise this won't happen that often. I'm not saying it won't happen again because I've met myself. It will. But it won't happen very often. So, no new 3D prints, but I have some recolors of some things. My baseball cap holder that I did. I did a bucket. Or not a bucket, tote box. And it's a bubblegum pink, but it's solid. Some round to it for when somebody tells you they'll get around to it. This is RAR. We don't know what it looks like an om-nom. It's obviously an om-nom, right? From the cut the rope game. But we don't know where I got him, and this is the only file we have of him. And it's already sliced, so I can only print the one at a time, and it's pain. And the pill popper, 3000 here. No, not 3000, just, the one. Still a piece of filament stuck in there. I'll have to get that out. But yeah, that's all I've done as far as 3D printing. So, no live this week, but there will be a video on Friday, I promise, and it'll be working on the purple journal. So stay tuned for that, or come back for that. And make sure you go and check out our group, both my Facebook group and Lottie's Magic Attic Facebook group. And I will see y'all next time. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Bye.